All right. Hello, everyone. We're back to listening to Master YongHua's Dharma talks during the Chanchi. So let's get going again.
要不相应的人，自己凡事这么照旧，和以前一样。
The ones who didn't have responses, they themselves are still the same as before.
这个得到好处的人，更应该加工进步。
Those who gained benefits should apply even more effort and improve.
Stop. I never was among the trainees, the people who attended his Chanchi, so I'm always curious as to what really happened when he was there. I have no idea what he did. All we're hearing is a lot of words. His lecture, that's about it. Really, and his students, for some reason, just love to reminisce what he said and so forth. They couldn't really elaborate on what he did for them, meaning they didn't understand what he did for them. Okay? It's not surprising. But this is last two slides, last minute here on the file, on the audio tape, tells me what he did. Okay? And this is what we've been doing. We've been doing for the last 15 years. He says, those who, back to 84, there's some who got responses, okay, and some who did not get responses. And those who did not get the responses are the same as before. This is a proof right here that what kind of responses was he talking about? Does anyone know? What kind of responses? Green.
Master improved samadhi level, probably.
Absolutely. You see that? You cannot tell me that the Chinese are not goal-oriented, because he himself, when he taught Chan meditation, when the people who came to his Chanchis, he's actually paying attention to them. They meditate with a purpose. Meditation has a real simple purpose, is for you to increase your samadhi power until you become a Buddha. Okay, and keep on increasing and increasing and increasing it, non-stop. Okay, so it's right here that the purpose of meditation, again, is for you to improve. What does it say that you have to feel good about yourself, or feel superior, or feel successful, or the other reasons? Here he says you need to improve, which encapsulates everything, all the benefits associated with Chan meditation. If you follow Chan meditation guidance, you will improve. His pupils improved. Okay? I look at the pupils because I see the master, I couldn't understand his level, but I look at the pupils and say, yeah, you are better than most monks and nuns I know. Okay? Most famous monks and nuns don't even hold the candles to his disciples. And this is the proof. This is the reason, because he paid attention to their progress. This is what the Dharma host is supposed to do. They don't take these meditation events, these events lightly at all. It's a very serious business for them. They spend the time to help people improve. Okay, so he pays attention, and that's what we need to do. Okay, whether it's in Korea, so that's why we send a person over there to oversee and learn to look at people and make sure that we do everything possible to help them improve. Is that clear? This is part of, to me, part of what is necessary for your generation. My master never taught his disciples, my generation. Okay, I wasn't there. But what I saw is that they cannot gauge people's progress. He could. I don't know why it wasn't taught to them. Okay, so that's why he says, this person is making progress. This person hasn't. You see that? Pay attention, you Sanghas. You have to pay attention to the people who come to your way places. Okay? And you have to learn eventually how to recognize that they improved or not. Okay, that's what happened when he was in the world. And unless you recognize people have improved or not, okay, then you can't help them improve. Okay, this is pure Weiyang. We never, we never emphasize about good feelings and cool things, and spiritual penetrations. Improvement will be the crown jewel of all those. Improvement is foremost, it's the most important thing. And I would not be surprised that he was paving the way for that to happen. And that's a skill he has. Okay? You, third generation, are not quite there yet, but you need to pay attention to the attendees, okay? To make sure that you learn to recognize them eventually. When you're good enough, I'll teach you how to help them. Because this is not going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen in your generation, like it happened in my generation, where people just talk. They don't really do anything for you. Okay, you cannot. You have to recognize it, and until you have to want to recognize it. By the way, and you want to recognize it, and then eventually I teach you how, and how to help your students. Okay. So it's the same before, and the benefits should apply even more efforts and improve, meaning that it's non-stop. Just like the last, couple of days, we started on this small project of ours to reach out and help people through our practice. I want you to see that hopefully, I believe it's making a difference. Whether you can see them or not, it's beyond my control, okay? But I know we're making a difference already, so I'm encouraging you to work harder and harder every day. You are making a difference. We are making a difference. Trust me. Okay? Your time is not in vain. Okay? And don't be satisfied, which is like here on slide 85. Don't be satisfied. You made improve, you did something. Do more tomorrow. Don't be satisfied. You can do a lot more. You can be a lot better. You can help even more people. I experimented already last year. I took over a city in Northern California. I didn't say anything, I didn't tell anyone. Okay, took over, and I know it worked. Now we're doing a bigger scale, so we'll see. All right, but what he's making the point here is that even after you improved, you cannot rest on your laurels. You have to work even harder than before. Okay? You need even more blessings, more efforts at your higher level and higher level. All right? It's the same thing. You've been working hard, work harder tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. We only have not much time left to make a difference. After this, we go back to our own lives and do our normal things. All right? Okay, very good.
没有得到好处的人，也不可以懈怠，还要往前努力用功。
The ones who haven't gained benefits shouldn't slack off neither, should still move forward, strive to make effort.
All right. What he's saying here is, he say, even though I know you haven't improved yet, and you probably can tell yourself, it doesn't mean that you should slack off, that you should stop trying. Instead, you should work harder, keep trying, keep trying. The point here is that you don't want to worry too much about results. If you are meditate and with the purpose of improving, chances are that you won't improve. And that's no formula of success. The formula of success is to follow the instructions, follow the schedule, follow the instructions. Okay? Don't worry about it. Just keep working harder and harder and harder. That's all. Things will happen naturally. Okay, there's some people who say, I've been doing this and I don't see any changes. And because you've been looking forward to changes. That's why there's no changes. And because you're greedy. You think change is that easy? When I talk about change, when I point out that some people have improved, it's to help you, to urge you on, and to encourage those people to keep working harder. And the third reason is that eventually it's helping my Sangha disciples to be able to recognize you. When I say someone is on third dhyana, first stage arhat, okay, that's for the purpose for them to eventually be able to recognize it. Whether people believe it or not is irrelevant. It's for my disciples, for the practitioners. All right?
是啊，有因缘生，所以才说诸法从缘生。
The Buddha Dharma is produced by causes and conditions. Thus, it is said, all dharmas are produced from conditions.
诸法从缘灭，我佛大沙门常作如是说。
All dharmas are extinguished from conditions. My Buddha, the great Sharamana, often said so.
说这一切的法呀，都是从缘生出来的，一切法也是从缘灭的。
Said that all dharmas are produced from conditions. All dharmas are also extinguished from conditions.
佛呀，叫个大沙门，常常啊是这样讲。那么这个坐禅班里边的人也不相信会做得到。
The Buddha is called the great Sharamana, often said so. Then, the sitting Chan class, insiders also didn't believe we can do this.
Stop. The masters just talk about a well-known Buddhist saying. He says that Shakyamuni Buddha taught us. He says, all dharmas arise from conditions, and all dharmas also are extinguished from conditions. What does it mean? In Buddhism, there's a jargon called conditions, causes, and conditions. Right? Let me go back to the slides here and check the Chinese again. 种缘生, so they say, the Buddha says, all dharmas arise from conditions. All dharmas are born, are created from conditions. Let's give what is the difference between causes and conditions. Does anyone know? Causes are direct reasons for the fruition. Okay? Cause and fruition, cause and effect. The direct reason, direct link from the cause to the effect. For example, the cause for your improvement is, I just told you, you want to improve. There's some people who says, how come Masters is so goal-oriented? It's so like, why can't I just meditate and feel good and just relax? The feeling good and relaxing are natural derivatives. They are not the main cause for meditation. The main reason for you to meditate. You meditate, I want you to make sure you understand this. You meditate because every time you sit down, you say, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to improve, to improve. So I want to improve. That's the cause for your improvements. So far, so good. Because if you don't wish to improve, there's no point. You want to relax? No problem, relax. You want to smile? No problem, smile. You want to go hug a tree? Go hug a tree. You want to walk funny? Walk funny. everything is okay, no problems. Okay? But all those are okay as long as your purpose is to improve. Is it clear? That's a cause. That's a direct cause. Unless you want it, it's not going to happen. What about conditions? Conditions are aiding causes. It's like the cause is like a seed you plant in the ground. Yes? You plant the seed in the ground because you are hoping to get a tulip. Anyone likes tulips? Yes? Okay. What color? Never mind. Okay, so the cause is that bulb that you plant in the ground. Yes? That's the cause, that's the seed. Conditions are what? Tell me. Green thumbs. Use your microphone, please. Yes, green. What are the causes?
Master, the right time of year.
Right time of year, okay. Seasons, okay. What else? Yeah.
The soil.
The soil? Uh-huh. What else? Water. The green thumb. Okay? What else? Fertilizer. What else? Huh? What else? Hey, boys and girls, what else do you know about tulips? Huh? Helen. And what's his name again? I forgot. You know, get to be my age, it's Alzheimer's, you know. Huh? What else is there you need to grow tulip? Okay, from now on, tomorrow, let's buy 2 tulip bulbs and give it to them. And if you cannot grow tulips, no lunch. Huh? Yes, Black.
Master, you need love.
Love? Okay. Okay. How can we live without love? I agree. Okay? It actually is true, because when you do with love, it grows quicker. It's true. Okay? Yes, what else? Oh, you guys don't know anything about gardening. I hope you boys and girls, you're paying attention. Hey, Joseph and Helen, are you paying attention how to do gardening, how to grow tulips? You're not. He's not paying attention. Forget it. Go back to your iPhone. Yes, orange.
David said the time of the year, but you need sunlight.
Sunlight. Yes, absolutely. Who else has a brilliant idea? Huh? Yes, back there.
You need wind.
Wind, yes. Yes, what else? Animal eat it. That's his nightmares. He grew roses and for his class project in college, and then the garden roses, a rose garden, and then just before the end of the examination, when the project is due, the deers came and ate it. Okay? Jewel Mountain has an answer.
Jewel Mountain says you need to give it to Venerable Shentong.
Excellent. Federal express it to her. Yes. How about weeding? You guys are so unrealistic. How can it grow without weeding it? Huh? You have to do maintenance. Yes? Okay, no more. Okay, so all those are aiding conditions, aiding causes. That's why they're called conditions. Conditions are aiding causes. Because even with the cause, you need aiding conditions for you to get to the goal you want. So usually, you don't have a cause by itself. You have causes and then conditions. Okay? A lot of conditions. Yes, Orange.
Mô Phật, mô Phật bạch thầy, người Trung Hoa đó là làm sao làm muốn trồng cái nhân duyên. Trồng cái nhân duyên đó, bây giờ mình cúng Phật đi, cúng trái cam trái bưởi đó, mà có con cái đó người ta đưa cho con cái ăn để trồng cái duyên với Phật. Người Trung Hoa là thường trong gia đình. Tôi nghe người ta nói như vậy. Rồi giống cái đạo gì, đạo tôn giáo đó, cái ông mà gì, cái đạo tôn giáo cũng vậy nữa. Nó bây giờ nó ưa trồng một cái duyên rất là lớn, bởi vì nó biết con người rất là nhiều, là trồng cái nhân duyên. Mà Hòa Thượng Tiên Hóa sẽ nói là không có cho đi giao duyên, mà cái đó mình cũng không biết làm sao. Mình cũng chưa học tới cái đó nữa. Mà cái nhân duyên đó, người Trung Hoa đó rất là thích trồng những cái nhân duyên, cái gì là cũng phải trồng cái nhân duyên. Nó mới đi tới đâu mới hòa thuận với người ta. Miễn mà mình không có trồng được một cái nhân duyên đó, thì mình đi tới đâu người ta cũng không có thích mình hết trơn. Cái trồng cái nhân duyên rất là tốt. Mô Phật, theo con người Trung Hoa là như vậy đó, mô Phật.
Very good. She's promoting a Chinese culture. Go ahead, translation, please. She's Chinese, really not a true Vietnamese.
Master, I saw that the Chinese, they really emphasize on blending the cause and condition. For example, when you're offering to the Buddha, you buy fruit and then you teach your kids to make offering. And I saw that the Catholic, they really emphasize on blending cause and the condition too. But Master YongHua say you cannot claim on condition. I really don't understand. But I know that the Chinese people, they really want to blend the cause and the condition, and they want to get along with people. That's a very good thing.
Okay? Yes, red. Pink. Is it pink or red? I cannot tell. Huh? Pink?
Pink.
Pink. Okay.
Yeah, I also had a question about the climbing on conditions. Does that mean you have to wait until conditions are ripe to plant your cause?
Claiming conditions?
Climbing conditions?
Oh, climbing conditions. No, climbing on favorable conditions. The Chinese expression is from the translation or Chinese expression, climbing on conditions, pan yuan. Pan is a climb, yuan is condition. Climb on conditions. Okay? That refers to the fact it's climbing on favorable conditions. For example, anyone has an example that's PG-13? Yes, someone. Green, yeah.
Master, right now the conditions are very good. I'm here at the temple. So if I don't, taking advantage of the conditions to cultivate would be climbing on conditions. Is that correct?
Yeah.
If I don't take advantage of my opportunity here, then I'm not only stupid, but
right. Conditions are favorable
climbing.
for it. Yeah. Buy some Tesla stocks. I'm still working on my commercial sponsors. Yes, Green. I hate Tesla, by the way. Can you imagine? I know I'm opinionated, but would you call those things look like a car? They don't look like cars to me at all. People go through years of schooling and training to design the car, the shape of the cars. So you can tell that the designers, car designers, you look at when they design a car, it looks like a car. But when Elon designed his Teslas, looks so IKEA. I'm kidding. Elon doesn't like me, but who cares? I'm too poor for him anyway. Yes, Green.
Bill Belichick, head coach of the New England Patriots, is a good example of climbing on
loser,
favorable
yes.
conditions. Maybe not this year, but it's the tail end. When he first started coaching in the NFL, his first head coach job was the Cleveland Browns, and the team was terrible, and the organization was terrible. And no matter how good of a coach he was, he couldn't succeed. And he identified his next opportunity was the New England Patriots.
No, he went to the Jets next.
Wow, Master.
Is it before or after? I don't remember.
Maybe after.
After.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, he has to go to the Jets because basically you don't go from a losing team to another head coaching position. Unlikely in NFL, as far as I know.
So, thank you, Master.
Yeah, we are NFL aficionados.
Because
beautiful American game.
Because Bill Belichick was from my hometown of Annapolis, Maryland, and
That explains it. Yeah.
And he came to
He's
speak
biased.
at my high school, and I was like, "Why is this loser from the Cleveland Browns coming to talk to me at my high school? Nobody wants to hear from him."
Yes, and
his father was a longtime head coach at the Naval Academy football program, so he had very good roots, and he identified the opportunity with the New England Patriots was an organization that wanted to grow and to invest and had the right players in place.
Right.
And as they say, the rest is history.
yes. So those are the conditions, the favorable conditions again, right, for him to succeed. So you can't really succeed unless the conditions are favorable. Yes? So that's what is meant by climbing on conditions. He climbed on those conditions. Okay? But why is that in cultivation, we don't want to climb on conditions? Why do they say, why did Master Shenhua teach, don't climb on conditions? Hey, disciple. Orange, yeah.
Không có phân viên người Phật tử, không có nên phân viên là đúng, thầy sư phụ nói như vậy.
Okay, very good. So these people is all well brainwashed in them. Master Shenhua kept on telling them that don't climb on conditions, meaning that do not take advantage of the Buddhist disciples. You know, in the Asian culture, the Buddhist disciples are supposed to serve the Sanghas. It's their culture. Yes? Yeah, that's, it's as if they're gods or something. Higher than gods even. What happened to Christian? Never mind. So that's why the monks and nuns, they become monks and nuns and say, hey, you're supposed to take care of me. I need money for, I don't know, an iPhone. Okay? And they're supposed to give him money. Okay? Because these Buddhist disciples are believers, devoted followers of their teachers, and so forth. So they climb on these favorable conditions. Okay? So climbing on condition has a negative connotation in our world. It refers only to the Sanghas, how they treat the Buddhist disciples. Don't ask for things from lay people. Okay? That's how we are. Because if you keep on asking for things from people that nurtures your mind of greed, all right? We don't ask for anything. Okay? All right. So that's climbing on conditions. Okay, it's for our world. It's not necessarily for your world, where, but in a similar way, if you have friends and who are good friends of yours, and you take advantage of your friends, it's also called climbing on conditions. Okay? Or we're talking about you, or as a human being, whether you're a layperson or a monk. Okay? If you have people and that you know who take a liking to you, who are favorable to you, and you take advantage of them, it's called climbing on conditions as well. Okay? If you're that kind of person, I would recommend my disciples not to marry you. All right? All right. So that's what causes the Buddha Dharma is produced by causes and conditions on slide 87. Okay? So let me finish the point I was trying to make. The all dharmas are produced from conditions. Okay, meaning that without conditions, you cannot get what you want. You cannot get the desired fruition, the desired effect, desired goal. Okay, that's a very powerful statement. Think about it. You want to become enlightened. You want to improve. That's the cause. Yes? What are the conditions? Yes, Pink.
Well, you always talk about in the Sixth Patriarch Sutra, the sudden enlightenment. You had planted the seeds of the causes a long time ago, but when the conditions are right, you have the opportunity to get sudden enlightenment.
Opportunities. What opportunities? I mean, specific things. Don't give me theories. Theories confuse me. Yes, Pink.
Good knowing advisor.
Good knowing advisor. Very good. Black. What are the conditions are we talking about?
The chanchi.
Chanchi, absolutely. What else? Kitchen manager. Hint, hint. I just gave you a hint. What are the conditions can you think of? Thank you. Food. Food. Okay? What else? What are the conditions? You see that? See that? We need so many conditions, a whole network of conditions for big things to happen. Right? It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of factors for that to happen. Okay? So that's why the Master Shin or the Buddha said, all dharmas arise from conditions. Without conditions, forget it. You will not be able to produce any dharmas. You will not be able to arrive at anything significant. So that's why, when you think about it, what are the implications? If you want to get there, and let's say you need food, you should buy some stocks in McDonald's, for example. What? What's so funny? That's a condition. If you travel, you need to stop and eat somewhere. And McDonald's is as ubiquitous as Wendy's. I'm giving up on trying to commercialize this, monetize this, okay? No more monetization from now on. Finally this afternoon, I ask, if I have 2,000 people watching it, how much money I'm making? And finally, I was horrified to find out what number I can be making. $9 a year. It's absurd. No wonder we'll be poor the rest of our lives. Criticizing Tesla to Coke, to Warren Buffett to Bill Gates, everyone else. Truth is never popular. And calling people spies doesn't help either. Okay. So you see, so we have all these conditions. So you have part of the you sanghas have to pay attention to is you have to provide conditions for the practitioners to have a better chance to succeed. That's your jobs. Okay? That's what you observe. Okay? When I said someone improve, you pay what are the conditions? What are the causes? What are the important conditions? Okay? Have to think that way. Christian is here. Yes. Any more questions and comments? So all dharmas are produced, are born, or come about because of conditions, right? And similarly, all dharmas are perished, extinguished, die, disappear because of conditions as well. Yes, Orange.
Mô Phật và Thầy, cái duyên nó rất là rộng rãi. Bây giờ mình hoàn là người xuất gia, người tại gia cũng rất là quan trọng. Bây giờ giống mình một người xuất gia, mình muốn gieo một cái duyên với ai đó, tất cả mình cái lời nói đó phải cho nó thận trọng một chút mới gieo được một cái duyên tốt. Mà cái lời nói đó cọc cằn quá thì cũng đâu có gieo được một cái duyên nữa. Rồi cái lỗ tai mình nghe đó phải có nghe cho nó chín chắn một chút là mới được một cái thiện duyên. Mà nghe không được chín chắn đó là cái đó cũng là không được một cái thuận duyên. Rồi con mắt đó, mình nhìn người ta rất là từ bi đó thì mình cũng gieo được một cái duyên thiện duyên nữa. Mà mình nhìn người ta con mắt đó lôm rồi đảo qua đảo lại đó, cái đó là cũng không được một cái thiện duyên đó thầy. Bởi vì Đức Phật nói đó, tại sao mình con người, Đức Phật nói mà cái câu này còn có nghe 20 năm trước rồi. Nên là bố thí con mắt, bố thí lỗ mũi, bố thí cái lưỡi, bố thí cái lỗ tai. Mình nói ủa cái gì mà bố thí, cái đó mình nghe hoài không biết. Bữa nay mình mới biết đó, mình bố thí là một cái lời nói mình là con bố thí nữa rồi, là cái đó là cái rồi con mắt mình đó, mình muốn bố thí con mắt, mình đứng là bố thí con mắt để móc con mắt ra để cho người ta. Thì mình nghĩ như vậy là không phải như vậy đâu, mình bố thí con mắt đó, mình nhìn người ta một cách từ bi đó là mình cũng bố thí. Rồi cái lỗ tai mình nghe cho đàng hoàng chứng chắn đó thì mình là có một cái bố thí. Mô Phật mà không biết phải không thầy? Nhờ thầy khai thị.
I don't know why, but I feel defensive. She says, when you speak, use kind words. When you look with compassion. I don't know who she's referring to, but I resemble that. Yeah.
Mô Phật thầy, thầy là khác, thầy là một người kia bằng đó.
Too late.
Kia bằng. Trẻ quá.
Yeah, I know. And that's so Chinese. The Chinese said, you should look people with kindness and compassion in your eyes. Don't be so angry. You should use kind words and sweet words. You should listen to the proper words only. The improper words don't listen. That's why I don't like rap music. I don't care what you say. Okay. I think about that. So all dharmas are extinguished from conditions. Similarly, conditions can produce your results, and conditions can also inhibit the results you want. Okay? So that's what you have to pay attention. You have to look at both sides of the street before you cross the street. Okay? Because if you look at only the good conditions and neglect the negative conditions, you will not make it either. It's just like some people come to the temple and help out a lot. But then, on the other hand, they also are causing a lot of offenses. I'm not looking at anyone in particular. Okay? So that's what, it's a wash. Be careful. That's why the Buddha took the time and said, all good things because of good condition happen because of good condition, and also good things also die because of conditions as well. For example, the Chinese has a very, very interesting expression. It says, all the firewood that you've been collecting for many years, okay? That's the Chinese poetic way of saying all the good conditions, yes? Can be burned by a fire in one instant. Very, very wise Chinese saying right there. You have to pay attention to the negative condition as well. Don't create offenses. You may be contributing a lot, you may be creating a lot of good things, okay, great blessings, but if you create offenses, you will not be able to benefit immediately from your great contributions. So for example, let's say you've been working hard and reciting and hoping to help people, in the next last few days and the next 2 weeks. And then that's a good conditions, yes. But if you go around and say, brag to people, say, I've been helping people. Okay? That's bad conditions. You don't brag. Is it clear? That's why the Bodhisattvas, when they help, they don't want people to know. I am talking about this because I'm still working on monetizing aspect of these things. But, pay attention. Does it help the interpretation? The Chinese, they sort of talk obliquely. They don't explain to you why. Okay, why did the Buddha say, all dharmas arise from conditions, and all dharma is extinguished from conditions as well? That's why. Both sides of the streets. Is it clear? It's just like, Joseph was planting some tulip bulbs. So he waters it, and then he lets a neighbor's dog coming over and water it as well. Don't do that. Is this funny? Okay, he's not laughing. Look at him. He's like, why you talk to me like that? Yes, sir. Black.
Master, we can say that depending on the causes, the conditions can help us or get us stuck or something depending on the causes?
Yes. Yeah, so my point is, yes, you do plan good conditions at the very same time, like the Buddhists taught us, pay attention avoid creating offenses. Is it clear? All right? Because no one dare tell you when you come to the temples, oh, I've been helping the temple, I've been contributing a lot, and then you walk around with a nose in the air and say, I'm important. You are creating poison in the assembly, meaning that I am afraid of you because you're helping me, so that you can walk around and look down upon my monks and my lay people and so forth, my kitchen manager. Are you kidding me? I'm more scared of her than you. Okay? Yes, any questions or comments? Gary.
Master, there's almost nothing worse to me than creating offenses but not being aware that I'm doing it.
Right, especially when you're bipolar. I'm not looking at anyone. This is when my eyes move.
So, I don't even know how to ask the question really, but if you're not aware you're creating offenses, how can you stop? What can you do to become more self-aware?
This is when I have to use harsher words, and I've been criticized. My Dharma talks are too coarse. Yes, orange.
Mô Phật, cái người mà tạo nghiệp không biết mình tạo nghiệp đó là cái người đó không có trí huệ phải không thầy? Thiếu cái trí huệ phải không thầy?
Yeah, no, it's not why he doesn't have wisdom. It's just that sometimes they're sick. Yes, Christian, blue.
Just a little correction from yesterday and a question. Actually, it's actually Benedict the 16th, not the 2. It's Benedict the 16th, and also our current Pope is Pope Francis. Anyways,
Okay.
so
Translation. I don't speak Catholic. Sorry.
But my question is, how do Buddhists can eradicate offenses when they don't know they're making the offenses?
Ask my kitchen manager. I tell her very nicely, and I have witnesses. You know, we don't want to turn off the lights. He said, okay, we'll keep it turned off until, and it was very nice. I swear to you. Sometimes, this is, all joking aside, this is a job of a good no advisor, meaning your wife. I mean, why am I so obsessed with this? For some reason. Okay, wake up. The good no advisor could be your teacher, could be your good friend, could be your husband, could be, whoever. The person who's has the guts to tell you what you don't want to hear. Not too often. Okay? You understand? Did you translate that part for her? Part of the giving advices and help people realize their mistakes is not to do it often. Okay? You don't. Like I do it once in a blue moon. But that's the thing. People have do not like to be criticized. People do not like to be told they're wrong. So that's why it takes skills, it takes wisdom, it takes luck sometimes to know when to do it. Because you really care, eventually you have to. Okay? You have to eventually. All right. So yes, it's true that most people, when they create offenses, if they knew, chances are that they would not. But it's because they're not aware they're creating offenses. That's why, and at times, for example, we have a lot of manic people in our temple, you know, and they, you know, they create a lot of offenses, you know, and it's okay. You know. Okay, I'll change topic. So far, so good? Yeah, it takes, this is why, by the way, the good no advisor is the one that would not be afraid to tell you that you're wrong. The people who only praise you and kiss up to you are not your good no advisors. They may be your wives, but you sometimes you have to give people the bitter pill so that they wake up. It's good for them. Yes, Black.
So, Master, do we create the same amount of offenses whether we know we're like doing something bad or whether we don't know?
In my estimation, I need my calculator here. I'd say ratio-wise, that's what you're acting, right? Do we create more good things or do more bad things, right? You asking about yourself or in general? In general, you're creating a lot more offenses than good deeds. That's why we are humans. Humans create a lot more offenses than good deeds. That's our nature. Okay? A lot more than you realize. So what happens is that when you improve the next level, each level enables you to create fewer offenses. Are you listening? So in helping people create fewer offenses is the secret to and if you want to do that, you cannot be afraid to offend them. You cannot be afraid to kick them out. You cannot be afraid they will stab you in the back. You cannot be afraid. This is my biggest fear. And they quit you, quit on you. There's a price to pay. Why is everyone so serious? Okay, finally, the Buddha Dharma is produced by causes and conditions. What does the master, the great master, mean by that? This is also very important. I know it's very casual to you, but this is very profound teachings. Yes, go ahead. Why? What does it mean? Pink.
Well, the Buddha came to the world at because it was the right time, and so because of the conditions were ripe here, and the cause of the Buddha came, he was able to teach the Dharma.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, basically, the Buddha Dharma, there's no fixed Buddha Dharma. The Buddha Dharma is only spoken depending on, let me put it in simple terms for you, depending on who's listening, right? So you not, if you you at the kindergarten, you're not going to talk to the kids about geometry, okay? So that's why it depends on who listens, their levels, and so forth. All those are causes and conditions. Okay, so the Dharma is always flexible. It flexes. It changes constantly. The true Buddha Dharma, okay, it always changes from time, from conditions, from places. So famously, the king of the sutras, the Avatamsaka Sutra, has to be spoken at 7 different locations. Okay, because the location is important. It tells you who goes there. Okay, so that's why the Dharma has to be tailored towards the listeners. Without the listener, is there any Buddha Dharma? No, not at all. After the Buddha became a Buddha, the Buddha says, I really don't have anything to teach you. Okay? So he remained silent. And Christian's boss knew that. Okay? And his boss, the Christian's boss, has a boss as well. What happened in our world, by the way, just as a gossip, please don't take it, just take it with a grain of salt. The real boss in our world is the king of the first dhyana heaven. He's very powerful. Okay? He oversees our world. Okay? Anything happens here, he oversees it. Like Donald used to oversee everything happens in our continent. Okay? Supposedly. So the king of the first dhyana heaven is the one who looks at us as his children, as if his children. So he has a very, very vested interest in our well-being. And underneath him is Kath's father. Okay? So that's hierarchy. He is in charge, then next is a Christian God who reports to him. Okay? They didn't explain you that, okay? But he reports to the first dhyana heaven king. See, what happened is that the first dhyana heaven king says, the world-honored one is not willing to speak the Dharma. If he doesn't speak Dharma, how can my children benefit from his cultivation, from his achievements? Hint, speaking Dharma is that powerful. You speak the Buddha Dharma, it's extremely beneficial for everyone, including everyone. Okay? So that's why, remember back then, there's no Buddhism. No Buddhism at all. Okay? So the first dhyana heaven God says, God King says, I want to benefit my children. I'm going to let this opportunity pass in vain. So he knelt down and he called the Christian God, said, hey, you, kneel down as well. So the both of them knelt down and put their palms together and said, we're Honor One, please speak Dharma for our children. Okay? So they requested the Buddha 3 times. Honor One, please speak Dharma for us. Please, for the sake of compassion, speak Dharma for us. The Buddha said, okay, I will. So those are the causes for the Buddha Dharma to come to our world, okay? To be available to our world. Okay? So a lot of things happen for the Buddha Dharma to become available to us. And then after that, they put it down in Sanskrit, and then eventually it's moved from Sanskrit into China, translated into Chinese, and then eventually it was translated into English. See, all those are causes and conditions as well. See that? So what we have today is a result of a lot of causes and conditions for us to be able to get together and practice this. So it's a complex network. Do not think that we are alone. We have so many, the whole network of protectors, of enablers, of and so forth, to make this happen. Okay? So that's what's meant by the Buddha Dharma is produced by cause and conditions. Yes.
네, 마스터 질문이 있습니다. 경전은 대부분 모여 있는 제자들이 법문을 청해서 듣게 되는데 불설 아미타경 같은 경우는 부처님께서 누가 청하는 제자가 없는데도 설해 주셨는데 그 인연이 무엇인지 궁금합니다.
Usually what I believe is a sutra was done because the request of their disciples. So, for example, the Emitofuo Sutra, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but why no one was requesting and then that was made to be available.
Right. Those are causes and conditions. It was requested. Actually, it wasn't requested. The Amitabha Sutra in particular it belongs to the types of sutras, the dharmas that are not requested. Okay? Meaning that it's too profound. No one knew about the Pure Land Dharma door. So that's why they couldn't ask the Buddha about it. And the Buddha says, in this Dharma ending age, one of the biggest Dharma I have for them after I'm gone, and the world is being destroyed by pandemic and plagues and corrupted officials. Okay, there's this Dharma called Pure Land Dharma door. That only that Dharma door can save limitless amount of living beings. So I have to speak about this Dharma door because people wouldn't know about it. To ask about it because it's too inconceivable. So the Buddha decided to speak that Pure Land Dharma door, the Amitabha Sutra in particular, because it's important. So that particular sutra was not requested, but most the other sutras were requested, had to be requested before it's spoken. All right? And sometimes it's sort of like prearranged. The bodhisattvas, you could call it prearranged. The bodhisattva says, well, with looking at the people here in the assembly, that's why you have these bodhisattvas attending the assemblies. In these Dharma assemblies, when the Buddha was about to speak the Dharma, you have a lot of bodhisattvas, a lot of arhats. Okay, and so they look at the people who attended, who were in attendance, and they said, well, let's see. The bodhisattvas would then say, this group of people, it's good that we request this particular kind of Dharma doors to help benefit them. So far, so good. So that's why the Buddha Dharma is produced by causes and conditions, primarily because it's spoken. The Buddha Dharma was spoken, is spoken to benefit living beings now and in the future. All right? Any other questions or comments? Shall we stop here? It's past the hour. Or shall we continue? Drew Mountain question.
Jumi asks, I'm told not to quit and continue to put effort. I understand the progress is good and everything, but it's tiring. How do I turn my mind and change the direction of my mind?
Change direction of the mind from what to what? See, it's so Asian. You guys talk is so like, can I, you know, can I, you know. In English, in China in particular, if I want to quit, I know it's hard, I don't like it. What can I do to change myself? To make sure I don't quit, make sure I don't complain. Okay. The Asian, you notice, you guys? The Asian, can I change? I say, change what? In America, we change because from big bills to small bills. Is that what I think that's what she's asking, right? Good question. Do we have an answer for that? Yeah.
I think you just need to develop faith, because when you develop faith, you will be willing to go through the pain and the hard work, because you know there's going to be a good response or result at the end.
Can I share with you a small Dharma I use? It might apply to Korea as well, but it works very well here. Would the Koreans care to learn about this? No? Korean says, can you give something only for Koreans? Koreans are like, I'm in Samadhi. Master cannot make me move. Excuse me. Are there only women in Korea only? There's no men? Really? One man, that's what I see. One monk and all women? Oh, yeah. What happened to all the men? You chase them away? There used to be a lot more men. Wait a minute. What happened to them? Okay. Recently, there are a lot of people who fast. They do the fasting thing. Okay? And fasting is that they can get very hungry, very tired. So, Jumi also fasted for 9 days. Yes? So I know she was hungry and also very tired. Right? We have a lot of people here. How many days so far, kitchen manager? 15? Day 15. Kitchen manager and the bud sister has been doing 15 days of fasting. Okay? So a lot of people here, they fast and they like it. Okay? So every day we try to check up on them, make sure they're okay, at least once. So the people say they close to day number 8. Okay, I would say, so you done tomorrow? He said, yeah, finally, I can't wait. And I said, how do you feel? And he says, okay, I think I'm fine now. It was pretty bad yesterday, but now I'm fine. I said, then tomorrow is so easy. Why don't you go 3 more days? You can easily do 3 more days. Look at how easy it is today. And they're hesitating. They said, and no one did it to Jew me clearly in Korea. And they hesitated. And then the next thing I said is that if you didn't do 3 more days, the next time you have to wait for 9 days. Okay, you have to suffer for 9 days before you can go to 12 days. Are you sure you're going to go through that again? All of them went for 12 days. I'm sorry. Okay? You get the point? See, I'm giving you the Koreans a oblique answer too, So what is my point for you Koreans, non-Koreans? What is the point? Yes.
Skill in means.
This guy is big on theory. Skill in means. Very good. Yes, black. Blue. Whatever.
Master, if you quit, you have to start over.
So what
you
is
have to
that?
repeat.
Repeat.
The process again to make progress.
Processing, okay.
You have to get yourself back to the same point you got yourself to make more progress again.
Okay, you've been working all day.
For lazy people, that's
and the
definitely
legs
not
are hurting so much.
Method.
Are you sure you want to unbuckle now? You have to wait for another day before you get to this point again, before you can make more progress? Are you sure? So what am I doing? I used to do that to myself, by the way, not just you. I have by myself, no one. So I said, I don't know what to do in meditation. All I know is I'm about to give up. Okay? And then I said, if I give up, then I have to do this before I can, do more. Wouldn't that be a shame? So that I said, let's go for a lot more right now. I appeal to my own greed. Are you sure you want to quit? It's that simple. Think about it. You suffered all day already. Well, 2 hours. And then say, oh, this is too much, I can't take it. Because your mind is dwelling, I can't take it. What did I do? I said, let's not think about the fact I can't take it. Let's think about the fact that I'm going to miss out on this wonderful investment opportunity in Florida. So it depends on your point of reference. Okay? If you dwell on the discomfort, on the difficulty, it will only grow bigger and bigger, more difficult for you. If you, instead of thinking about it, think something positive. There are plenty of good things. Okay? You yourself know. This Jumi here is a shrink, I think. She's studying to be a shrink. Use your psychology tools. Dwell on the positive. Dwell on the benefits you get from not quitting. That's all. You keep on looking at, oh, I can't take it anymore. Of course you can't take it anymore. But you said, on the other hand, you said, I can do it. Otherwise, it's a missed opportunity. Does it help? Good question. Better answer. Yes, back there. Black.
Master, I was watching this Master YongHua on YouTube, and he said he wasn't afraid of death when he started at an early age. Does this relate to not being afraid of pain with Chan meditation?
Right.
When he started out.
Right. Yeah. We're not talking about death yet. Don't scare people, please. But we're talking about, it's whatever it takes not to quit, just do it. Okay. And so the original question is, how can I move my mind from the negative and quitting and the pain, discomfort, and so on? What can I do? I said, initially, this is my answer to you. This is my advice to you. Initially, of course, it's difficult for you. Initially, you have to do whatever it takes not to quit. And I tried all kinds of things. Okay? Trust me. I could not ask anyone, so I had to try everything. Okay? But you try everything in order not to quit. That's all. Do whatever it takes not to quit. Don't worry about negative, positive, that kind of thing. It doesn't matter. Bottom line is, don't quit. Do whatever it takes. I fool myself, I appeal to my greed, appeal to my vanity, okay? All those things, whatever it takes, don't quit. That's the end result. It's very important training, part of the training. In our way, is that what you're doing here, pay attention, you Koreans, what you're doing here, what I'm training you to do is not listen to that thought of quitting. Don't listen to yourself. Yes, you have all the good reasons in the world to quit, but I'm telling you, don't listen to yourself. Just don't quit. Whatever it takes, don't quit. Do whatever it takes not to quit. That's all. That's first. If you can do that, then I did that. Okay? And from doing that, I realized that I was able to embrace the pain. The pain doesn't bother me anymore. It's very important, folks. If you cannot embrace the pain, you cannot make progress. You accept it. part of the lesson you learn from not quitting is that when you don't quit, it hurts. It continues to hurt. You accept it. Am I making sense? It's a natural process. If you don't quit, it hurts. You can't deny that. And if you keep going without quitting, all you do is say, I'm going to sit for another half hour. I'm going to sit for another 45 minutes. I'm going to sit for another 3 hours. I don't care. I'm going to do whatever it takes to sit longer. If you do that, you are not listening to your own thoughts of quitting, number one. Number two, because of that, you naturally embrace the pain you're inflicting on yourself. No one is inflicting pain on you but yourself. Is it clear? Why am I teaching psychology to a psychologist to be? Okay? So you embrace the pain that you are creating to yourself. This is very important. It's not for whims. Is that clear? Some people might take, I teach white people. Only one I know. Two. It's so sad. Okay. Teach white people, just don't quit for 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. That I'm conditioning your mind not to listen to yourself for 2 more minutes for me. 2 more minutes, 2 more minutes. You see that? That's what the conditioning. But don't stop, you Asians. It is for white people. You Asians, go. And Hispanics, excuse me. Who else I'm missing? Black people. You are so racist. You condition yourself not to listen to yourself for a while. So during the time you are not listening to yourself, you're embracing the pain you're causing to yourself. And it does wonders, people. Point number 3, if you embrace the pain you're causing to yourself, what happens? You can more easily forgive others who cause you pain, don't you? Because the pain they cause you is nowhere near as agonizing as the pain you're causing yourself. It's so clever. That's why you go home, your wife yells at you, yes, honey, oh, I still love you. Because it ain't hurt as much as what I experienced at the temple. You see? Hey, Koreans, that's why our U.S. Chan people love each other. They can embrace each other in spite of the pain they're causing each other. That's true love. Can we stop here for a commercial and we'll be right back? Yes, Orange.
Mô Phật bạch Thầy. Con theo Thầy tới giờ 10 mấy năm con thiền đó. Mà con không có thiền đâu. Mỗi một lần ngồi xuống đó, đau chết đau sống vậy đó. Mà con một cái đau đó con rất là thức tỉnh. Một cái đau đó là con phải buông xả. Một cái đau phải buông xả. Một cái đau phải buông xả. Buông xả rất là nhiều. Rồi mình thấy những cái tội mình cũng rất là nhiều. Mô Phật con chỉ biết. Bởi vì không phải là ngồi vậy đó, Thầy kêu mời ngồi 10 tiếng, mình gắng ngồi 10 tiếng, ngồi giống cái gốc cây không biết cái gì hết trơn. Cứ chấp trước hoài là cũng không phải. Con ngồi đó, càng đau càng thức tỉnh, càng đau càng thức tỉnh. Mà càng đau con thấy càng tội nghiệp, càng lớn. Thầy Mô Phật.
I accept you as disciple. Don't go back there anymore. Don't be a spy anymore. Join us. I will open the doors. Huh? Sesame, open, sesame. Excellent. Point number 4. Did we translate? Oh, time is up. Sorry. Point number 4 she's making, and we're not going to translate because we don't want to encourage her to keep talking. Don't translate it. It's the things you don't translate. I'm kidding. Translate. Yeah. Did you translate the part where I accept her now? She can stop spying? Number 4, I don't care to explain to you, but she robbed my thunder. Advantage number 4 is that she said it herself. She says, I don't know how to meditate, meaning translation, I never taught her. Remember, when you are kitchen manager, you are untouchable to me. She was the previous kitchen manager until we have the current one. Okay? So she's untouchable. So, I admit, the only person I'm scared of is a kitchen manager, not that horrible nun from the ERBA who traumatized me. Okay? So anyway, I never taught her how to meditate. All I did is I said, you sit there. Okay? And she sat there and hurt, so she unbuckled, and then her son is not picking her up, so I said, I might as well go at it again. And she said something that the first year she gave up. Second year she did a bit longer. See the progression again? You do a little bit longer next time, okay? And what happened is that one day she dawned on her that the pain she experienced helped her have this understanding that she's wrong somewhere. She associated the pain with something she did that was wrong. That is number 4, blessings. She helped with the food. Blessings accrue. Those blessings mature into this understanding. He says, oh, that's why I'm hurting. I should stop doing this thing that's wrong. That's Chan meditation. So even though I didn't teach her, as long as she didn't quit, she's actually practicing Chan meditation. That's why the results speak for themselves. This woman now is 8th Samadhi. No instructions, because I don't know what's with kitchen managers, but as soon as I open my mouth, they fight me. Maybe they know I'm afraid of them. So my point being that if you have blessings, you go through this process, those blessings will help you survive the training and open your wisdom. Yeah, I'm giving you all the secrets tonight. There's nothing left to teach you. Okay, from now on, tomorrow during lecture time, we're not have any lectures, okay? You guys should meditate. I have nothing else to teach you. What? It's not funny. I mean it. There's nothing else to talk about. Somehow, the Koreans and the Chinese are colluding together and pry out all these secrets from me. It's fantastic. Just don't quit. We gave you instruction. You just refuse to do it, and you keep on coming up with excuses not to do it. That's all. But anyone can do this. It's no big deal. You look at the wrong side. That's all. And I only explain to you just the simple benefits. There's a lot more going on that I'm not telling you. Okay? Because I say too much, then there's no way to monetize it in the future. Questions, comments? In summary, don't quit. That's the original thing. So do whatever it takes to not to quit. Don't worry if your mind wants to quit. Your mind, is so and so. Doesn't matter. Just follow the instructions. Keep fighting and fighting a little bit longer. Don't quit too soon. That's all. And things will naturally happen. All right. Thank you, everyone.